What are we doing, Madison? Let's talk about it. We are in Coach's crib. Madison, what are we doing about, once again, let's not use these stupid terms like uptick and this and that. Let's talk about the violence coming from our young lions. What are we doing, Madison? 300 people at a party, apartment rooftop. It was a mass shooting. Only through the grace of God was it not a mass murder. What are we doing, Madison? Black men, people there from the ages of 13 to 24, and let's be real, it's probably 12 to 30. What are we doing, black men? Black people, where are your children at? Why do you not know that your 12, 13, or 14-year-old is not in the crib, but in somebody else's crib on top of a roof at 2 in the morning? Black people, let's start having really strong conversations about the course of our culture, conversations driven by a need to clarify and to correct, course correction, and not just dereliction. Let's start having real conversations about our people that aren't fringed or couched with their need to please white funders and hide behind the cowardice of credentialed organizations that really don't know anything about the black masses, but who are busy mining millions off the back of misery. Let's talk today, Black Madison, and in a courageous way, and not a way that you're going to run to somebody and say, Coach Assad is mad. Yeah, Coach Assad is mad. Just like James Baldwin said, if we're not mad, there's something's wrong with us. We are losing too many young lions. We have epically underserved our community. We're spending too much time worrying about what some black female head of a nonprofit makes instead of making the best we can out of our community. Black men, there are 5 or 6 legacy organizations that have been bequeathed millions of dollars in the last 5 years, bragging about they need 5 million more for a building, 5 million more for this and that, and our black families are in a desperate state of existence. It metastasizes and manifests itself in how our youth are acting now. Black men, who has been lying to black youth about what a man is? How can you be a gangster if you're not fighting white supremacy, misogyny, and hatred? Real gangsters fight white supremacy. Real gangsters don't use guns, they catch their ones. Let's quit lying to our children about what a black man be and stop denying our black men what they need to see. Let's quit disrespecting and using our black women in ways that is horrific. Let's start being leaders again. White progressives, I'm asking you, and I'm telling you, you no longer have the privilege of picking out who black leaders should be to fit your idea of what a black man or a black woman is. Back up and stay away. White funders, address your messianic complex and start thinking about transformational funding with real fearless black people. 300 people in the building, 24-year-old man. Why would you be in the space of a 13-year-old at a party? The Lux building, let's talk about, I don't want to hear the lie of the door was open. We don't know how. You don't know how 300 people got in an event that has been advertised for a month, but you didn't know how they got in. And you know darn well somebody was making money. Shoot-ups, East Washington. Once again, a child is coming into this world without a father. Willie Street, once again, we express ourselves through gun violence. And I am not talking about white folk because they have enough people talking about them. I'm talking to black folk because we don't challenge ourselves. We're too busy becoming ignited when white families get mad at us. Then we will rush to a building that we know was in disrepair for 5 or 6 years, and then we figure we can get some funding out of it. So let's act like we give a damn about our youngins. We knew those Milwaukee Street buildings were utter nonsense and sheer hell for the people living in them for the past 5 or 6 years. And we did nothing, black men, until some white homeowners got pissed and some more black kids died. And then you rushed up like you were the Lone Ranger when you've been a black stranger. oblivious to the danger. You knew damn well what was happening in those buildings. It should be an insult to us black men when a cop says a black woman gave me her kids to raise. Who are we black men? And we could talk about systematic and systemic racism all day, and you are exactly right. But black men, where are we? Where are we black men? The first people in this universe, the first choice, God's people. And I'm not talking about anybody else not being God's people, but we are the first people. All come from us. Black women have breastfed every human on earth in every galaxy. And we act like we have to sit around and wait for a white funder to say, okay, Negro, now you can be a leader. White funders, I say this to you. You have provided funding for too many so-called credentialed leaders. And they are legacy Negroes. You have funded way too many black men who purport to stand in the breaches when they don't want to teach us. You have given far too much money. And let me ask you this question, white funders. Are you giving these organizations money with the agreement that they be impotent, quiet Negroes? Because you must be mad about what's happening in our city. You must be mad when we see epic amounts of violence. Black men, you have to be infuriated. Black women, you have to be infuriated. Black parents, where are you when your 13-year-old child is at a club, at a party, not in the house? Black families, where are you when you know that your kid ain't in the crib and he downtown? Are you dropping him off at a party when he's 13? As if gunplay, alcohol, predators, and every negative thing you can think of is going to be there. We all know in black culture, anything that happens after midnight is not good. And you don't know where your kid is, but I tell you where they should be, in the crib with you. What are we doing, culture? What are we doing? I'm tired of it, black men. Let's stand up. Black man, lift your head up. Make your bed up and wake the dead up. Let's be proud, black men. Once again, don't be mad at me for speaking the truth. I'm Josh Gibson. You can be Babe Ruth. Lessons in Coach's Crib.